Yo, Markapi Seuss, we back at it again, episode 3. Oh boy, oh gosh darn. Yeah, last time we went into a bed with our Pongo and we just slept the night away. Just two brothers, one Pongo brother. And now we're waking up as a knock on my door jolts me awake. I sit straight up in the bed and barely notice a tiny yelp as the Pongo tumbles to the floor. Hello? The knocking stops.
It's Leanna. Are you about ready?
I rub my eyes and blink at the feeble rays of light outside. What time is it?
It's past dawn. We need to get a move on if we want to make a good time.
What time is dawn? Dawn? There's no good reason anyone should be awake at this hour. I attempt to lay back down in my bed when the knocking starts again. Alright, I'll be there in a minute. The noise stops. I yawn and stretch. Then notice the Pongo on the floor. What are you doing on the floor, buddy? Weren't you sleeping on the bed? The Pongo wiggles and shoots me an accusatory look. Dude, he's spitting facts right now, sheesh. I glance at the slight indentation on my pillow and back at the blue mass on the floor. Sorry, I didn't mean to knock you off. That's okay. He looks cautiously at me, then hops onto the bed and onto my head. He has such a way with words. Oh, he nips. He nips at my hair and then jiggles. Oh, dude, that Pongo could jiggle. I guess that means he's forgiven me. I push myself to my feet and begin getting dressed. Once I've grabbed all of my things, I push open the door and nearly collide with Leanna. I wish. Whoa.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah. Leanna nods, then leads the way out of the inn. Transition screen. I follow her through town as we head north. It's a lot quieter than when we first arrived at the town. Wait. I'm just gonna start over, I'm sorry. It's a lot quieter than when we first arrived, as the town gradually begins to wake up. We don't run into too many people on the street. Although the shops aren't open yet, I can see the shopkeepers busy prepping for the day. Right before we reach the edge of town, a guard stops us.
There's been heightened bandit activity reported on these roads.
Leanna's brows crease.
Are the roads closed?
No, but until we get a handle on the bandit activity, we're advising everyone to stay in town.
Yeah, we can take care of the bandits easily.
We can't stay.
Where are you headed?
We're headed to Illumia.
The guard notices the sigil on Leanna's manipulator.
You're a mage knight?
She nods. As the guard turns his focus to me, I draw attention to the blade on my hip. He nods gruffly, then moves out of the way.
Just be careful out there.
Thank you.
What a nice guard. Oh my gosh. Love that guy. She motions for me to follow her. Once we're back on the familiar dirt path, I take one last look at Meadow Hill Village before refocusing on the road ahead of me. Gosh, I'm just trying to predict out here. I'm not doing too hot. Our trek along the path is peaceful. The forest gradually awakens with bird song and the scuttling of woodland animals. Having grown up in the city, the sounds of nature still startle me, and I glance at every rustle of the leaves. Leanna, though, seems unfazed. Her eyes routinely survey her surroundings. Suddenly, she freezes. I nearly bump into her. What the?
Shh.
I fall silent as she listens. When she speaks, her voice is a whisper.
Did you hear that?
I strain my ears, listening for anything out of place. Then I hear the voices among the trees. Bandits? That is scary music. I'm slightly scared. A strangled scream pierces the air. So scary in a flock of birds in the flight.
Someone might be in danger.
True. Her previous caution abandoned, Leanna sprints towards the sound and I follow at her heels. We both take cover as the trees open up, revealing a man in a trench coat surrounded by 5 bandits. One more bandit lies motionless on the ground. Upon seeing their fallen comrade, the bandits all unsheath their weapons. 3 of them hold long swords and 2 of them point guns. So they do have guns. What the heck? Why can't we get a gun? I feel like that would be better than a sword. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Gun beats sword? Question mark. The trenchcoat man doesn't stir. His dark hair falls over his eyes and I can't see his face.
You won't get away from us this time. Take him out.
Those bandits are kind of sus. That's all I gotta say. The man pushes open his coat and draws 2 guns as the bandits converge. Leanna sets her jaw. What does that mean? What does that even mean?
Stay here.
As soon as the words fall from her lips, she races out from the trees. Her hair whips behind her, and her white coattails billow in a graceful arc. She moves faster than any human, as if the air is pushing her forward instead of dragging her down. Dude, these sound effects. This battle music. Her gauntlet hand clenches and a blue sphere glows, then disappears as she smashes her fist into the nearest bandit. I wish we could see some of this action. He flies away from her and crashes against a tree before crumpling into a heap.
A mage knight?
Oh, Bandit 2.
She must be with him.
Or she's after the bounty. Take her out too.
Dude, they're out here shooting laser guns. The mysterious man fires a hail of purple blast at the bandits, catching one of them in the chest. Leanna deflects the sword from another bandit with her own blade. I can't just sit here and do nothing. I have to help. Ignoring Leanna's commands, I unsheath my sword and charge into battle. We actually get a fight? Oh my gosh, first encounter? Click the matching icon. I'm guessing that's the start button. Oh. This is a really powerful fight right now. Oh my god, defense. Oh. Whew. Whew, that was a tough one. Oh man, I need some water after that. Jeez. I might be the best player in North America. Oh man. That was tough, but we did it, fellas. Leanna breathes heavily as she surveys the bodies around her. She glances at me and the stranger who's still standing.
Anyone hurt?
I do a gentle pat down of myself and wince at my bruises. Nothing major. Leanna nods, then she fidgets with her manipulator. Look at this guy. Who's he look like? He looks like that one guy from Dagger Arts Offline, kinda. The man stays silent as he inspects his gun. Now that I have a better look at him, I realize that although his fierce scowl makes him seem tough, he doesn't look that much older than me. His hair has a habit of falling around his eyes, but as he pushes it back, I notice a long scar cut across one eye. Once satisfied, he tucks his gun back into his belt and gets to his feet. He nods at us.
Thanks.
Zach Spade. Alright, then he turns away.
Wait!
He pauses.
Where are you headed?
Why?
There might be more bandits around. We should team up if we're going in the same direction. Safety in numbers.
He studies us in stony silence. Then his gaze flicks to her manipulator and he relaxes slightly.
Where are you going?
We're headed to Illumia.
Me too.
Leanna nods.
You're from the Mage Guild?
Yes, I'm Leanna.
I'm her copy. I just got here.
Zach.
This is Pongo. He says poi poi. He's not too bright. All of us glance at the little blue Pongo who seemingly popped out of nowhere. And this is our little friend.
I see.
The Pongo blinks at Zach, who stares him down. The Pongo bounces uncertainly. Zach's unblinking stare never wavers, so the Pongo scoots behind my leg for safety.
Now that introductions are over, let's get moving.
Zach is all business here. Zach waits for us to collect our things, and once we're all set, we head back onto the road. Leanna and I lead the way, the Pongo keeping pace with us, while Zach hangs a few steps behind us. Ask about Zach's weapon. Ask about Lena's speed. Ask about how Zach knew she was in the Mage Guild. I have nothing. Oh, I do want to know about his gun. He has a gun. How did he get a gun? Why don't we have one? So, what type of gun is Zach carrying?
You mean his discharger?
What's a discharger? I hear a sound behind us. Zach raises an eyebrow when I turn to look at him.
Did you hit your head or something?
Leanna looks a little uncomfortable. I know I've already said this, but the amount of tracks in this game, and they're all pretty good. I like this. I'm enjoying this a lot.
He's not exactly from around here.
I am special. Zach crosses his arms.
I see.
There's a pause. So, a discharger?
It's a weapon that uses crystal spheres to power it.
So it is a gun.
Maybe?
The spheres are the blue bullets. Well, it's kind of the magazine in some sense, because it's used to fire bullets. Or in this case, bolts of energy. Leanna looks uncertain. Although it made sense in my head, I can see why she might be confused. Never mind. I got it. Thanks.
Sure.
She smiles. I feel Zach's gaze on me, but his expression is hard to read. Let's ask about her speed. She seemed to be, kind of Usain Bolton back there. Leanna, I saw you during the fight. How were you able to move so fast?
Oh, I cast wind magic to manipulate my movements.
Of course, yes. Oh, so like, putting on a speed buff.
They're small adjustments, like shifting the draft to move me forward, or using a breeze to help lift me during jumps.
Damn, that sounds awesome. She grins.
The next time you're lagging behind, I'll use my wind to give you a little boost.
That would be amazing. I can already imagine myself running like the wind. Leanna seems pleased by my reaction. Alright, let's ask about this Zach fellow and his Mage Guild business. How did Zach know you were in the Mage Guild?
He saw my emblem.
She said emblem weird. She lifts up her arm and points to the sigil on her manipulator. What exactly does the Mage Guild do?
We investigate any type of magical anomaly. The Mage Guild in Havengard is actually headquartered in Illumia.
I thought it was Havengard. Sort of like a police force. Leanna furrows her brow.
Police?
Oh gosh, get away. Stop. Stop. Like how detectives go out of the field to solve mysteries.
A little like that.
It now makes sense as to why both the guard in Meadow Hill Village and Zach relaxed after seeing Leanna's emblem. Well, it looks like that guard was telling the truth. There definitely are bandits on this road.
Yeah.
There's something in her voice which makes me think she doesn't completely agree. What is it?
It's just, well, for bandits, they were pretty well equipped.
She stares hard at Zach, but doesn't react. That rhymed. What does that mean? Are they not bandits? Leanna continues to look at Zach.
I'm not sure.
They were bandits.
She looks sharply at Zach, obviously caught off guard.
Sure.
That didn't sound too convincing. The subject drops, but I still feel a little uneasy. If those guys weren't bandits, then who were they? Why were they attacking Zach? Transition screen. The transition... Oh, sorry. I'm projecting. The question circles my mind as the conversation lulls to silence. Leanna leads the way through, though she seems to have something on her mind. Zach trails from behind. He remains on heightened alert. We traveled together for quite some time with no further interruptions. I can feel my legs start to burn from all the walking. Leanna squints at the sky.
We should make camp before it gets dark.
Zach nods.
There's a good spot up ahead which hides us from view. It'll still give us visibility on any intruders, though.
You don't have to yell, Zach. I'm right next to you. Sounds good. Zach leads the way, and soon we reach the clearing. The three of us get to work setting up camp. I roll out my bedroll. What is a bedroll? Near the campfire and notice how thinly it spreads on the ground. Can this thing really be comfortable? I guess there's only one way to find out. I lie down on the bedroll and place my hands behind my head. This isn't as bad as I thought. A yawn escapes my lips. I could definitely fall asleep here. Ah, look at that background. It's green. I like green stuff. My blue light filter's on. I don't know what color that is. I was bluffing. My gaze lingers on the night sky above. Oh, another good track. The moon hangs in the inky sky, dotted with so many pinpricks of silver light. They sparkle vividly, as if trying to chase away the dark. I breathe out a breath in wonder. I never knew the stars could shine so brightly. I try to pick out a few constellations, but the star patterns above are unfamiliar.
What are you looking at?
I quickly sit up at the sound of Leanna's voice. She holds 2 steaming bowls in her hands. I accept one of the bowls with a smile as she sits beside me. Just admiring the sky. This place is really beautiful. Back where I live, you don't get to see so many stars. Oh gosh, get away. Stop.
How come?
Light pollution. Our cities are filled with so much light that it drowns out the stars. Leanna gazes throughout at the sky, thoughtfully at the sky. Wow, I'm just making words up.
Right. It's a little harder to see the stars in town than it is out here.
I shake my head. That's not the same. Some nights I don't see the stars at all. Her eyes widen in surprise. Then she places her chin in her hands.
A night sky without stars.
She looks at me.
What's your world like?
Oh, let me tell you about New York, sweetie. We got rats. We got mice. We got rat mice. You don't want to visit. It has really cool tech. It's bad. Humans are a plague to the planet. Different, but more or less the same. We got robot rats. It's pretty cool. It's really different. We don't have any magic, but we have a lot of technology instead.
What sort of technology?
You ever hear of VR adult entertainment? Need I say more? Things like cars.
What's a car?
It's a means of transportation. With a car, we could have made the journey from the Meadow Hill Plains to Meadow Hill Village within half an hour instead of half a day. Leanna looks intrigued.
You have an animal that can travel that fast?
No, it runs off gas or electricity, depending on what type of car you have.
So it's like our carriages, which are powered by crystals. The more energy it uses, the faster it goes.
Something like that. We have airplanes too, which fly in the sky so we can have faster travel to other areas of the world.
Humans who can fly?
Leanna's eyes grow in wonder as she grins.
What else do you have?
We anime. The interwebs. Mobile phones. We do be having... we couldn't explain this to her. We can't explain this toxic cesspool. Mobile phones. Cell phones. Actually, I fish in my pockets and pull out my phone. This is my cell. She leans in close to inspect it.
What does it do?
Don't look at the pictures. Do not open the album, please. Leanna, I'm begging you. Please don't. I can make calls with it, or send messages, and talk to people far away. It also tells me the time, and I can take pictures or play games too if I want. But don't look at the pictures, please, I'm begging you. She takes the phone in her hand and flips it back and forth.
Is it like scrying? How does it do that?
Well, I'd have to turn it on first. But it doesn't work here. I think the battery is dead.
Oh,
Oh, she can't see the pictures, thank goodness. She doesn't bother hiding her disappointment. She tilts her head back and returns her gaze to the sky. Underneath the moonlight, her pale skin seems to glow amidst the darkness. Her face softens as she smiles.
you're right. The stars really are beautiful.
So, are there other girls, or are we, like, guaranteed her? Like, I'm not complaining. I just, sometimes when I have to make choices, I get nervous and sweaty, and I just start to, like, wonder, did I make the right choice? But she seems nice. I like her. We fall into a comfortable silence as we enjoy the tranquility of the night. After we've finished eating and cleaning up, Zach approaches us.
It's getting late.
Leanna nods.
I'll take first watch so you can rest.
All right, I'll take second watch.
I guess that just leaves me with third. Zach stares unblinkingly at me, while Leanna coughs nervously.
That's okay. We had an early start, and I'm sure you're tired. We should rest up and sleep through the night.
I'm special. She's right, I'll do that. Whatever. Do you guys not trust me? Yeah, come on, guys. Like, I'm not special, I was joking. It almost sounds like you guys don't trust me or something. Although I try to keep my tone light and joking, Leanna looks guilty.
No, that's not. I mean, it's not that we don't trust.
Yes.
Wow. Alright, sword art. Boy looking ass. He looks sharply at Zach. His arms are crossed, but his expression doesn't change. His arms aren't crossed, actually. Seriously? Zach nods towards Leanna.
She's part of the Mage Guild, so I know she won't pull any tricks. I don't know anything about you.
Alright, wait till you're asleep, Zach. Wait till... Okay, I'll get my pongo on you.
I'm sorry.
As the fire in my mind abates, I realize Zach has a point. I've given him no reason to trust me. If I were in his shoes, I'd be just as cautious. I nod. Alright, I suppose that's fair.
I better get to sleep then. Good night.
Good night. Zach nods. Leanna flashes me one last smile before crawling into her bedroll. Dude, I just want a girl I can crawl into a bedroll with. Is that too much to ask at this point? As she lies down, Zach positions himself against a tree and takes a seat. Dude, we need to get to know this fella. Like, let's give him a reason to trust us. If we're going to be traveling together, I should make an effort to get to know what kind of person he is. I walk over to Zach. Hey. Mind if I sit? He gestures for me to join him, so I do. Obviously, I'll have to lead the conversation. So, how's the weather? Zach stares at me. Let's switch gears. Are you a cat or a dog person? Do they even have these in this world?
Is this going anywhere?
I sigh. I'm trying to build up some trust here, but you've got to meet me halfway. Zach looks away. Great. I guess he doesn't want to talk.
Dog.
He's a dog person? Never would have guessed. What?
I prefer canines.
Oh, cool. The silence creeps in again. So, we're all going to Illumia, that's it. Sorry, I'm not from here.
Yep.
Yep. What brings you there?
I'm meeting someone.
He's not really talking too much. Oh, a friend?
Someone from work.
What do you do?
I'm a mercenary.
Mercenary? That's badass. That explains so much. Acceptable murder. We'll compliment him. We'll butter him up like a little butter roll. Seriously? That's so cool. Zach shifts uncomfortably. His stony facade cracks and reveals his surprise.
Okay. So, why are you going to Illumia?
Leanna's taking me to the Mage Academy. He studies me again.
Are you a mage? You don't have a manipulator.
I shake my head. No, I'm looking for answers. He nods in understanding and doesn't pry. Although I try to stop it, a yawn escapes.
You should get some sleep. We have an early start in the morning.
That sounds familiar. I push myself to standing. Good night. He nods. I lie down in my bedroll and scooch around to get comfortable. I try closing my eyes to sleep, but something still doesn't feel right. Where's my pongo? Oh yeah, I need a pillow. Sitting up, I look around for anything I can use. My gaze falls on the pongo, rest beside Leanna. Pongo pillow. Dude, pongos were made for humans to use. We are using him. This is happening. Pongo. The pongo blinks open bleary eyes, but perks up when he notices me.
Boy?
Come here.
Boy.
He happily bounces over. When he comes within reach, I make a grab for him and pluck him on my bedroll. He squeaks in protest as I lay my head on him. Like a slippery eel, he wiggles himself free and bounds back to Leanna's side. No! Pongo!
Boy.
He glares suspiciously at me.
Boy.
He turns his back to me and cuddles against Leanna. Wow. Reputation with Pongo ruined. Might as well restart. I sigh. Well, I guess I have no choice but to make do with being pillowless. Lying back down on my bedroll, I close my eyes and eventually drift to sleep. And there's that goodnight music we love so much. Wow, we met a new character. That's pretty epic. I think I'm going to call it there. I'm actually really enjoying this game. I don't know why I said actually. I don't have to, give some sort of validation. Like, I wouldn't enjoy it. It's a good game. I like it. Do me 4 favors, like, comment, subscribe, and as always help me find a girlfriend. And bye-bye.